a podcast to honor the gods.
This better come with a sacrifice.
Dave X Media.
Under different circumstances, I would have loved the view from the terrace. It looked straight down onto Central Park. The morning was clear and bright, perfect for a picnic or a hike, or pretty much anything except fighting monsters. Annabeth lay on a lounge chair. Her face was pale and beaded with sweat. Even though she was covered in blankets, she shivered. Selena Beauregard was wiping her forehead with a cool cloth. Will and I pushed through a crowd of Athena kids. Will unwrapped Annabeth's bandages to examine the wound, and I wanted to faint. The bleeding had stopped, but the gash looked deep. The skin around the cut was a horrible shade of green. Welcome to Of the Eldest Gods, where we discuss Rick Riordan's role as our godly parents!
Hey yo, I'm Raye from Cabin 12.
And I'm Charlie from Cabin 13.
Whoop! We are by ourselves. We are so lonely.
My friends, it has been like 2 or 3 months since we last recorded a book episode.
Yes, this is our return. We know you guys have already returned to the book chapters. But yeah, this is our first recording. Well, with all of the pleasantries out of the way, you ready to talk about Percy Jackson? I'm not prepared. I'm like
I know you're not prepared. You weren't prepared when we tried to record like 2 days ago.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My brain is Swiss cheese. The only thing that lives in here right now are Batman's Robins.
You were just like, we finished the show. We finished like the podcast, right?
Yeah,
we finished everything. We're done.
I've moved on. No, it's very odd to jump back into this book. I feel like I should have reread the whole thing before I read this chapter, because it's yeah, you know what I mean?
It's like, where are we? What's happening?
But let me tell you what did happen.
I know Rachel made a bad deal. Like, your girl made a bad deal.
Can you believe this shit?
Was this chapter named well? I mean, I forgot what the bad deal was. I was just like, why is this the name of a chapter? What is happening?
It's not the most consequential thing that happens in the chapter. This segment has become more chapter title analysis than renaming them. I've noticed.
I knew it happened in the book, but I forgot it was this consequential to be a name.
Yeah, but the thing is that it's not. The thing is that it sets you up for the chapter by being the last thing that happens in it. And so it's something that you're waiting for as you're reading the rest of it. It's like a mood setter to like bookmark the beginning and end of the chapter. I think that's the purpose of this one.
Like, what's Rachel got to do with any of what's happening here?
Nothing.
This is the Percy and Annabeth chapter again. It's another Percabeth moment.
All right, so speaking of which, Rachel makes a bad deal. The Titan army is stronger at night, so things have basically chilled out for the day while both our sides regroup. Annabeth is poisoned as hell. Percy shows her the weak spot on his back, and they have a moment TM. Selena is having a rough time, and she decides that she's going to fly back to camp to rally the Ares cabin. Then Percy dreams about Nico trying to call his mom, and instead he gets a horrific vision of her death, because Zeus fucking sucks. Also, Hades curses the Oracle so that she can never rest in death, which is great. Dream switches to Rachel, who decides that she needs to get a message to Percy right now, and ironically, she doesn't know that she could just tell him. She tells her dad that she'll go to finishing school or what the fuck ever if he gets her to New York. And that's the end.
Rachel, you didn't have to do this.
She didn't. Like, literally, if she had just read the fucking message out loud right then, everything would have been fine.
Just read it. Just say what it is.
I guess that's why the deal is so bad.
It's a real bad deal. Like, why? Also, just another, anytime there's an appearance of, our, what do we call Mr. Dare? We named him. And I've already forgotten what we named him.
I had literally forgotten about that. I don't know. Like Thaddeus or some shit. No, we knew the first letter of his name from something, and I don't remember.
Oh no. I'm so upset now. Wait, let me look this up on the wiki, Mr. Dare. What is your name, sir? W. It is W.
Winston.
He's not cool enough to be a Winston.
No, I think it's William, and we call him Bill.
Evil Bill.
Bill Dare. Did you know that was just like a trend? That's why you shorten the name and then you replace the first letter. That's why Richard is Dick and William is Bill. It was just like an ironic thing that people used to do.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I get it as like a cute little joke, but the fact that became entrenched in our culture, what the fuck?
His name is now Billiam.
Good. Okay.
Billiam Dare. He makes billions of dollars.
Do you have a segment for me now that we're doing segments again? Now that we're back in our regular podcast?
Segments! Yo, we're back with it! I get to talk about myths.
Yay!
It's great. I was gonna talk about something else that's not really myth too. We'll see how it goes.
Oh boy.
But in case you missed it, hey, you want to talk about automatons for a little bit?
Sure.
I really haven't gotten the chance to talk about that. I don't think it's on my list for this chapter because I assume there was no space to add it when it was first mentioned.
We've been busy.
It's the statues. The statues, they're automatons. Cool. Yeah, they're self-operating machines. They follow a sequence of operations. And ooh, look, it's from Greek. Did you know that? Did you know that?
I didn't know that. That makes a lot of sense.
The word was first used by Homer to describe an automatic door opening.
Huh. That's okay. So I assume auto means like self, I believe?
Yeah, it's acting of one's own will.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. I don't think of an automatic thing as being an automaton. You know, automaton has like a very specific implication to me. So that's interesting. Of being like a humanoid or not necessarily humanoid. You could have like a little cat or something.
Yeah.
But it's gotta be like a creature.
It's something that you know follows the protocols that it is given and acts on its own.
So every computer, no inputs. Okay.
So like, you know how you gotta like cycle on the bike, you gotta move your legs on the pedals. It just does it.
So like, a bicycle is not an automaton, but
no. There's literally a little animation here of like a Pinocchio doll that's on a tricycle. It's doing it itself. So that's why bikes were on my brain. But yeah, is pretty cool. Hey, look, Hephaestus is literally mentioned in like it says historical section. Why is Hephaestus here? I don't know, but it is here. Saying that he made automatons like Talos. You remember that guy?
Oh yeah,
that guy. Bianca. Yeah, that guy. We hate that guy. Also some guy had gold and silver dogs that are automatons. Probably never going to be relevant again in this world of Greek mythology. Never. Daedalus used quicksilver to make his wooden statue of Aphrodite move. What?
I don't think that's how that works, but okay.
Please explain this to me, Aristotle. This is Aristotle saying this happened. Please explain it.
They used to just say shit, you know?
They really did. Yeah. But like there's a lot of stuff here about like how there were ancient lore of like automatons, even in ancient Egypt. Some cool shit. Ooh, okay, here we go. Statues were animated and played a role in religious ceremonies in ancient Egypt. Interesting. It's almost like there's a lot of moving statue stuff that's related to this book, huh? Yeah. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, excuse me, Hellenistic Greece? The earliest known analog computer?
What the fuck? Excuse me?
I can't say this word. I'm afraid. An Antikythera mechanism. Yeah. That is the earliest known analog computer. When does this exist? When did it exist? 2nd century BC. There we go.
The Hellenistic period.
I was like, I know when that is, but like, give me a year. Cool, very cool. There's also the Jewish legend of King Solomon having a cool throne, with mechanical animals. All right, we love that. Go off, dude. There's just a lot of like little things.
Basically, humans love robots so fucking much.
Humans fucking love things that do things for them by themselves. They don't even have to tell you. It just does it. It just does shit for you. Don't we love that?
It is like, it's like the first sci-fi, you know?
It is. No, this, remember when I was trying to find sci-fi shit? Except I was like, no, I want to find stuff that's not sci-fi because portals and all of that shit. That's what I was looking for, right? Right? Like ways to travel.
Yes. Yeah,
because that can not be sci-fi. That can be magic. Also, there's just a section on clocks.
Yeah, I guess that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I feel like clocks are like the simplest automaton you can think of, because
anything that whines is an automaton, I suppose.
Everybody's got a clock. Wait, so like all those whiny toys, all the little whiny toys are automatons. We love that. All right, this page is a lot of words. I'm gonna go to the next thing, which is we're gonna talk about a new goddess. Hello. We kind of met a new goddess, but is she a goddess? Is she a statue? Are the gods within these statues?
My assumption is that, like, if you make something in the likeness of a god, that it just, like, gets a little bit of their personality. Like,
I don't think we've technically, like, had like, a scene that kind of, like, explains this, but, like, so the gods aren't, like, all just in one spot all the time. Like, their essence is, like, spread throughout in places, which is why, hey, that's why Dionysus could have those kids. Even though he's at Camp Half-Blood, part of his essence has to be at Camp Half-Blood. If you see a god with all of their essence together, that's when you see the burning.
That's when your eyes burn out, yeah.
That's the true form of the god. So they're never usually in the same place, like, all the time. It's not a thing. All right, let's talk about Pompona, who is a Roman
what
goddess.
are you doing here? Get out of here!
What the fuck? My assumption is because, like, that the place that they chose, like, literally, where they're in front of, like, the hotel, and that's literally like
Hotel.
what's there.
Yeah.
So that's why we got a Roman goddess in the mix. I don't think
Rick does not control the architecture of New York City.
he does not. We need the meme.
Yeah.
We need the meme. I do not control the architecture of New York City. Rick Riordan. There you go, Robert. I gave you another gimme.
But Rick does take advantage of opportunities when he sees them, such as the statue of a goddess outside of a convenient hotel.
Like, I mean, thinking that she's Demeter makes a lot of sense.
Are they technically counterparts? That's what I was wondering the whole time. Okay.
They are not. So, Pompona is the goddess of fruitful abundance, fruit trees, plenty, gardens, orchards.
Nice.
Said to be a wood nymph, and does not have a clear counterpart in Greek mythology. Although could possibly be similar to the fruit goddess Opora. So, yeah. Okay, I think whenever I reread this, I'm like, oh yeah, she's that goddess. I keep forgetting. My brain, like, rewrote this information. Maybe I'm from an alternate timeline. I don't know. But I thought that this was, like, Persephone's Roman form for, like, the longest time. I thought that my brain rewrote Pompona as, I think it's like Proserpina.
Oh, yes.
Prosperina? Yeah. My brain thought it was her for so many years. And it's not. Like, it's just plain not. Their names start with a P. That's the only similarity. They're kind of nature goddesses.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, she is associated with Demeter. So her name, Pomona, fruit tree, you know, palm is this.
Yeah,
Isn't that
yeah.
literally
I got
apple
it. I got
in
it.
French?
Yeah.
Am I wrong? Yeah.
Yeah, pom.
So she fruit. She fruit lady. That's a fruit lady right there. She gay? No, her consort. Sadly is a man, but his name is Vertumnus. He is the god of seasons. So
Okay.
another weird connection to like Demeter and Persephone and all that
yeah.
stuff. Interesting. Okay.
It makes sense that there would be a lot of gods of harvest. We really want harvest to go well. It was very important to us.
Yeah, it kind of
It's
is.
very important to us now. We all want the sriracha chilies.
We all want food and like life to prosper. You know, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. So she is in a story by Ovid. That dude, that Roman dude.
Yeah.
She scorned the love of the woodland gods Sylvanus and Picus, and then she married Vertumnus after he tricked her disguised as an old woman.
No elaboration on that. That's all it says.
Bruh? So wait, she was gay. She wanted a gilf.
That's what I choose to take from that story.
What I'm
moving
taking
on.
from this story is that this lady is into gilfs, and they have a festival held on August 13th. That's cool.
Nice.
And one of her symbols is a pruning knife. I hope she stabs her husband with it, personally.
And on that note...
There's many things named after her. There's like a college, there's a city in California. Oh, there's a park in Florida. There's an asteroid. Pretty cool stuff. And she's briefly mentioned in the book Prince Caspian. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. I've even read Prince Caspian. I can't believe this. I'm a fake fan.
You are a fake fan. Yeah. As with a lot of Roman deities, there's not a whole lot that's mentioned here. Like, we don't even have, like, who her parents are. She's just a wood nymph.
Yeah.
She don't...
Minor gods. Minor gods and goddesses, as she says.
She's cool. I'm chill with her. All right, let's read this chapter. Let's talk about this. Rachel and her bad deal. And hey, look! This isn't the first mention of this character, is it? Or is it?
It couldn't be, could it? Will?
I think this is the first mention of Will.
My god. And we're just trusting him with Annabeth's life right off the back? God damn.
Listen, we're bringing in one of my favorite guys already because we killed his brother.
Fucked up.
Oh my god. So, Will Solus. Okay, wait, how do we say his name? Because I've probably been saying it wrong for years.
Are we asking about like solace or solace? Is that what we're saying?
I've always said Solus because my brain was like soul, like the sun.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like the Latin name of the sun. That's what my brain didn't think about the word solace existing because I'd never seen it spelled out.
Yeah,
And as a small child, I didn't know that word anyway. So I was just like,
maybe it's because of you, but I feel like I also say solace. But both are fine, honestly. If you ask me, maybe I'll just switch back and forth like I do with Thalia.
You know, Thalia is canon now.
It's true.
Although I still sometimes say Thalia. I know I do this. I'm sorry, but
I know a lot of people get hung the fuck up on pronunciation. Not me, though. I'm so normal about it.
Bro, you want to know? Okay. I don't pronounce things right. You know me. I don't pronounce things right. So my late grandfather, we called him Papa. That is spelled P-A-P-A.
Ah, interesting.
Papa.
Uh-huh.
Is that the sound an A makes?
No,
it's
at all.
not. But
I mean,
that's how I said it.
Yeah.
That's how I've always said it.
I mean, that is like kind of an A sound. Yeah, anyways. Vowels are fucking stupid, man. It's not your fault.
Vowels are stupid. Hot take on this podcast.
Also, the English language fucked up.
All right, but we have a new character. It's the important thing here. We have to go into his name.
Oh, yes. Thank you, please.
Must do it. So, William means protector. And I believe one of the names for Apollo, or one of like his roles, is actually protector of children, protector of the young. So
yeah, that's good. That's good.
That's good. It's awesome. And then Solus, or Solace, or whatever, the constellation.
I'm so sorry.
Comforts, but also like soul, like the sun, like he's the son of Apollo. So double meaning.
So his name is Comforting Protector, Sun Man.
Yeah.
I love him. That's a great name for a guy to have.
He's just the bestest boy.
We love a soft guy.
We love a soft guy. Yeah, so Michael Yu, missing forever, dead maybe, but Will is the new lead of the Apollo cabin. That's why he's named here.
I love war.
Just war with children, especially. We're all children. So let me tell you something else interesting. I don't think we actually learn how old Will is here until, like, much later, but rereading this and being like, this boy is 12.
You fucking serious?
Yes.
I hate this.
This boy is 12!
I hate everything! That's not
He's been
acceptable.
at camp for a few years, though, apparently. So don't worry about it. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's the leader of the Apollo cabin. Will Solus.
This is just like Batman sending 12-year-olds out to fight crime. I have a one-track mind.
Oh my god, Will Solus is Tim Drake. Like, out of all the Robins, he's Tim Drake. Am I right?
I mean, I don't feel like I know Will that well. I'm excited to read some more series.
Tim Drake's just like the chill one. The like, right?
Well.
No? I thought he was more one of the chillest of the Robins. I mean, they all have trauma.
Yes, they have so much trauma. Tim's he's maybe the most subdued, but also, he went on a world tour to find Batman when he got lost in the time stream, and he got caught up with some assassins and like did a lot of things. He got stabbed and now he doesn't have a spleen anymore. That kid is insane. So
yeah, but he's not like the son of Batman or like the other son of Batman or like the one who died. So
yeah. Out of all of them, Dick Grayson's the one who's least likely to murder you. Tim's maybe only the third most likely to murder you.
But he becomes Red Robin.
Yum. We can't talk about Tim Drake. I'll do it forever.
I was just trying to relate to you.
You can't indulge me. We can do this after the podcast. No one wants to hear this shit.
Okay, so they're at the Plaza Hotel, just like Eloise. That's how I know the Plaza Hotel. It's because of Eloise. That's all I got. But also, hey, wait, where is my fan art of this moment? Percy has a motorcycle? He just, like, jumps on a motorcycle and is like, yeah, it's no harder than riding a Pegasus.
Sure, Percy. Sure.
15-year-old Percy on a motorcycle, and then Will Solus is like hanging off the back.
Just the tiniest little 12-year-old. Fucking hell. Anyways.
You're welcome. I'm so glad I did this to you.
Driving a motorcycle is very hard. Percy Jackson is lying to you.
You know what? I've told you this story. Have I not? Have I told you how I passed the permit test for motorcycles?
No, I didn't know this.
This was an accident.
What?
I was trying to renew my permit for like actual cars, and because my permit hadn't officially like expired, I was trying to do it before the expiration date. They gave me the wrong test.
Oh my god.
And I passed it.
Why did they do that? It's really strange.
And we almost, like, we fully walked out of there and we're like, this is the wrong thing. Ran right immediately back to the same lady. Excuse me, can you print out the correct one? Because I'm not taking that fucking test again. Anyway, motorcycles? Fine. It's not that hard, clearly.
Oh, yeah, of course. Totally.
Totally easy. Yeah, so lots of empty pedestals. Lots of empty pedestals.
Yes, the Beatles and Alfred Hitchcock are all famous demigods, so that's good to know.
I want to know, but I don't want to know.
The Beatles are each the son of a different muse.
Oh, yeah!
They're cousins.
Amazing. Beautiful.
Yeah, and then we meet Pompona.
Pompona?
And sorry to, like, give you too much information, but she fucking right. Nobody cares about the minor gods, and that's why we're losing this fucking war. Or she says we are losing. And the rest of the chapter does not exactly dispel view of that idea, because it's going pretty fucking bad.
Three cheers for Morpheus and Hecate, I say. Yeah, you know what? I'm with I will side with the minor gods. I won't side with Kronos. How about that? How about that?
Yeah, the problem is that they're signing with Kronos. See, that's the problem this whole time, is that I support the minor gods and I support Luke, but I don't support Kronos because he's a fucking dickhead. Get rid of him, please.
He wants to destroy, like, everything. He doesn't want to, like, fix the system.
Okay. I'm not down for, like, murdering a lot of people. I think that that's very bad. But sometimes I think that defending the status quo simply because it is the status quo is, like, not helpful. Just, have you ever... Oh, no, you haven't. You hate horror.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
I know what thing I'm going to recommend at the end of the episode now, and that is the film Cabin in the Woods. But anyways, so spoilers for Cabin in the Woods. It's a parody of horror movies where people have to make horror movies happen because they have to sacrifice, like, teenagers and children to the elder gods so that they don't destroy the entirety of society. And the people doing that are the bad guys. The fact that they are willing to protect their society by torturing and murdering, like, young people, it's like the Child of Omelas, where, like, our city is perfect and beautiful, but only if we keep this small child in, like, solitary confinement and he can never see the sun or feel joy. Doing that, even if it makes everyone else in the city happy, is wrong.
Just a little bit.
Anyways, so at the end of Cabin in the Woods, they're like, nah, we're not gonna, like, kill each other to, like, preserve society as it exists, or even humanity as it exists. And then the two characters who are left smoke a joint and watch demons, like, overrun the earth and kill everyone. And that is a good ending. So like, what I'm saying is that I get where Luke and Pompona are coming from, but also I don't necessarily support it.
No, I feel like Raye is Team Kronos at this point now. Ray's convinced me they're Team Kronos.
I didn't mean to. But...
Destroy the society. Just, like, full anarchy, like, kill everyone. We don't even need the establishment.
I do hate the establishment is the thing, but I'm also a pacifist, so it's problematic for me. Anyways, that was quite the diversion. Let's move on into the Plaza Hotel.
Yeah,
let's move on past the first fucking page.
I will say I'm kind of like Percy's just like, okay, whatever, watch the bike, and, like, leaves. Like, yeah. Like, Percy, I get that, like, she's, like, yelling at you about, like, these things, and you're more focused on that, but, like, be like, this is Percy Jackson, our boy, who also, like, does care about these things.
Percy Jackson ain't got the fucking time for some whining automaton.
He doesn't right now.
He's busy.
He's just like, my girl, my not girlfriend is, like,
yes.
upstairs dying. Okay.
Percy doesn't even have time for mission reports from Jake Mason.
Yeah.
It doesn't tell us, but I'm assuming Jake Mason is a child of Hephaestus.
I think we've already met him.
Is he a child of
earlier in this
Hephaestus?
book?
Because that is really important to me.
Yes, he's a child of Hephaestus. Yes, obviously.
Good.
Mason.
Yes,
Mason
thank
workers,
you.
Yes.
See, I get the puns. I figured that out of my own brain.
I'm glad. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, maybe he's part of the Freemasons. I don't know.
Shut up. Okay.
Yeah, Percy's just like, I don't care. Annabeth. Tell me about Annabeth. My girl.
So
she's
Annabeth,
on the terrace.
Yes, she is out on the terrace so that we can have the world's most, like, romantic moment.
Literally? Okay. It's just, this is the percabeth moment. This is it. Right here.
Not yet.
Another
right
one.
now, Will is, doing
True.
first aid. It's very important.
It's okay. Will's like the third wheel in the corner. We don't worry about it.
Also, Selena's here, and also Travis.
And like the rest of the Athena kids, I think. But like they're not important. Like the world has melted away. It is just Percy and Annabeth in that room because she's all he cares about right now. Okay? Just look at the teenage romance right here. But also, don't we love this whole, like, they've taken over this hotel? Like, this is shit that I want to see.
Home base. Yeah.
We love that. All right. Annabeth is dying. She looks terrible. There was poison on that fucking dagger.
Not ideal.
No.
We get confirmation that Apollo kids do have, like, healing powers. Like, Will, like, does him to Apollo, and then he is pale afterwards because he just, like, used Apollo magic. So, like, that's interesting.
Okay, but how he does the Apollo magic. I forgot that he kind of sings. And that's it. So Will's a bard.
Oh, good. Yes, very much so.
He's like a bard cleric. Like we got some, like, healing word right here. Also, I feel like, I definitely tried to figure out where Annabeth had this injury, like, when I was trying to draw her. I guess it's, like, on her, like, arm or her shoulder or something, like...
Yes,
it's just,
we
like...
did talk about this before, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we got. So, poison's not getting too far, at least. We're okay. But they need some fucking supplies. Like, Will did some healing magic, but we still need, like, healing for everybody else. Because Percy's the only person who's not got a scrape on him.
How strange. I do find it kind of bizarre reading this as an adult and seeing, like, how much effort we put into being against stealing and looting when, like, the world is fucking ending. Like, who give a fuck? Maybe I've read too much zombie shit, but, like, you need medical supplies? Go fucking get them. I don't care, kids. Do it.
Loot everything. That's what I do constantly in Baldur's Gate. I'm just constantly looting shit.
Yeah.
And then selling it back to the people who I stole it from.
That's very funny of you.
You're welcome. Jake Mason is keeping an eye on everything with the cool mirror shield, which I can't remember if we talked about what that might be referencing in mythology. And, like, I keep thinking about it.
You were suggesting Perseus and Medusa, like, using the reflection in the shield. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I still think that's probably what it is, because, like, going back and looking at that, I was like, yeah, that is supposed to be, like, a super duper, like, polished down shield, where, like, you can see anything out of it. And they keep calling it a mirror shield here, so I would say it's supposed to be reference to that.
Okay, so the guys head out to go loot a drugstore.
As they should.
And
go get some drugs.
Yes, and now we are just Selena, Annabeth, and Percy. And Selena is feeling very, very bad about a lot of things. Beckendorf is fucking dead. Annabeth has been stabbed, and she's like, I suck at everything. I'm just an Aphrodite kid. And
then Percy uses some of his charisma ability to, give her a little rousing speech. You're a great camper. You're the best Pegasus rider we have, and you get along with people. Believe me, anyone who can make friends with Clarice has talent.
I mean, he ain't wrong.
He ain't wrong. And you know what? She's like, you know what? You made a rousing speech? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go give a rousing speech.
You're right.
There's Ares
the charisma.
cabin.
It's right there. Yeah.
It's all the charisma. Yeah. Is Selena... What class is Selena? Is she also a bard? Is she a ranger? Because Pegasus? I don't know.
Ranger kind of makes sense to me.
She gets along with the animals. I don't know.
And we now know that Aphrodite kids do chemistry, so, like...
True. They do chemistry.
Herbalism is one of the ranger things that you can kind of get from there.
She's proficient in that herbalism kit.
Yeah.
Good shit. Alright, so...
And Percy doesn't really want to let her go, but also he's like, she ain't doing so hot. If she goes into battle distracted, she's gonna get stabbed also. So, yeah.
Give this girl something to do besides, like, cry on a porch. So, she hugs Percy, and then she's like, wait, Annabeth's still here. I can't be hugging this guy. Goodbye. Goodbye. And then Percy and Annabeth are flirting, kind of. You're cute when your eyebrows are scrunched together.
My god, yeah. She, like, doesn't even care anymore. She's just like, yeah, I took a knife for this guy. Like, yeah.
She's, like, hyped up on, like, some Apollo magic drugs. Like...
I think being poisoned and very tired, you're allowed to say whatever the fuck you want.
Exactly. She's just like, Percy cute.
Okay, so here's the height of Rick's romance writing. It's right here. Which is Percy explains that she protected his Achilles spot, and she's like, oh, where is it? And then he, like, puts her hand, like, on his back and, like, leads her down to the spot, and what does it say in the narration? His skin tingled, like 1,000 volts of electricity arcing through his body. And I'm like, okay, Percy!
I don't know, these teens. They're getting a little bit spicy there. Yeah. Guy like girl. But, like, also, the fact that she knew, she could tell that he was in danger, because, you know what? She's the thing anchoring him to this world.
It's quite good,
So, like, she can tell.
Yeah, she didn't even consciously know. She just knew that she had to protect him, and so she did it. Like, yeah.
I already did, like, the
romance.
Threads, the cords, the all of that when we talked about the Achilles thing. But, like, Red Thread of Fate, anyway, right there, just right there.
Yeah, and
they're
then
soulmates.
During the rest of this conversation, they just keep holding hands. Like,
this is fine.
The percabeth, it's here. It's happening. We're doing it.
I want to know how many fan arts there are of, like, this moment. I'm just remembering the Viria one, but, like, there's probably more fan arts of, like, this specific moment of, like, the touching of the back and, like, yeah, it's good shit.
So we don't have time for romance, though, because New York is catching on fire. People left their ovens on.
Yeah, the fact that it's like, oh wow, I wonder how many people left their ovens.
Yeah, not ideal. And so Annabeth drops a fucking truth bomb. I kind of forgot about this. Luke came to see her before they went into the labyrinth.
Yep. Although, so, it's probably still after Titan's Curse?
I don't have a good timeline in my head, but that makes sense.
Remember what happened in Titan's Curse when he should have died?
Yes.
So he did...
I don't have a good timeline in my head. Are we saying that after he fell off a cliff, he probably... I don't know. Yeah. Did he? Must he have taken his dip after that, or before that, or
he took it after?
Okay, so he's like dying, and the only thing that's gonna fix him is like going in the sticks. Is that what we're saying?
I don't know. No, it's like not ever like really clear what saved him from that fall.
Okay, probably Titan magic. I don't fucking know.
Like. It's just weird. It's just really weird because he definitely like took the dip, I think, before he went to see her.
I don't know.
I would feel like
she might have known in that case, though. You know, like she could tell something was different about Percy, like seeing him like right after.
That's fair. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out this timeline because I know he definitely hadn't taken the dip in the sticks in Titan's Curse because he was not looking good in that whole book, but it's never clear why he survived that fall.
But nah, he did not have the Achilles shit at that point. And I don't think he had it during the labyrinth either, did he? No.
He did. He had it when they saw him in the labyrinth.
Okay.
Yeah, because Percy was like, Luke was alive. Yeah, before the Kronos reveal, like when the wrestling match thing happened. He's like, okay, Luke was alive, and like he was looking even better. Like, what's that?
Okay,
why is he looking so fucking healthy?
There we go. Thank you.
Yeah. But so Luke came to see Annabeth to be like, hey, Kronos wants me to do something that's scary, or we could just run away. You want to run away with me? I'm sorry. How old is this man again?
No, I mean, they're friends. I know.
How old is this man?
I know. That's probably the intention, is that, like, he's supposed to be, like, into her. I don't want him to be, though, so I just ignore it in my brain, because I'm like, I no longer sympathize with him in that case. And I want to sympathize with Luke. I want to care about Luke as just like some guy who got it over his head.
Luke apologists, but the problem is
that I won't apologize for that shit if he's actually hitting on a minor.
He was 19 when she was 12.
No, yeah, that's so bad. That's so bad, my dude. We can't be doing that. Nah, but see,
face.
See, he said he wanted to run away like the old days. In the old days, he was 19 and she was 12. I refuse to believe that 19-year-old Luke was into 12-year-old Annabeth. So I'm just like extrapolating. No. See, in my brain,
the old days, she was 7 and he was 14.
Okay, that's even
he
wasn't into
less.
her. That's a child. That's a baby.
That's a baby. That's a fetus.
What I'm saying is that in my brain, where everything is nice and kind, and we don't have to deal with pedophilia,
is nice and kind all the time.
Luke feels like Annabeth is his little sister, and he cares about her very deeply, and he knows that she has a crush on him, but like it's like not like a big deal to him, and he just, cares about her like a normal person.
Yep, that's how I want to read it, but
that's how I'm choosing it to read it on purpose.
Yeah, and then Annabeth's just like, I could have killed him. He was unarmed. I could have ended it right there. No,
even Percy, who like hates Luke's guts, is like, that would have been wrong. I wouldn't expect that from you.
An unarmed guy? You especially wouldn't do that.
Like, not under the flag of truce. It's right there.
No,
that we have. That's a war crime. You can't do that.
It's fine. They've been committing war crimes all along. Like, didn't Percy just kill Michael Yu?
You're causing problems on purpose now.
You're welcome. Yeah, so Kronos will use Luke as a stepping stone.
Yeah, that sounds concerning.
So Luke's body is just a transition. Kronos is trans.
Even the worst person you know can be transgender.
Ooh, wait, Grover is just for battle? Look at this boy. I'm sorry, I missed that description the first time I read it.
No, I didn't read this either. Grover is wearing an armored shirt made from tree bark and twist ties. Son? What does that mean?
I love it! This is what I drew him wearing too. I drew him wearing like tree bark as armor.
Okay, because I was imagining like a big old mess at first, but I guess if it's like a full piece of bark as like a chest plate, that makes more sense actually. And then like the twist ties are like the straps.
Why twist ties?
I don't know.
Twist ties. Why that? Why not like vines or something? The twist ties just ruins it. It's like, don't add plastic to your outfit, Rover.
Yeah, I don't know how you connect how that works. It doesn't make any sense to me, but fine. Grover is eating the armrest on the chair.
Because he's nervous!
My sweet boy.
Yeah, so Percy is going to talk to him. And hey, look, the Demeter cabin cooks. They make everything from pizza to pineapple ice cream.
Wow, how? Well, somebody's got to do it.
Make me some Dole Whip. That's all I'm asking.
So Grover's news is really, really fucking bad.
As all the news tends to be in a war, they're losing. It's okay. The nature spirits, they've been listening to Grover somewhat, and they're hitting people with acorns.
They're hitting Grover with acorns when they don't want to listen to him.
Still.
Presumably they're hitting their enemies with weapons.
No, acorns. Acorn projectiles.
A dragon killed a dozen wood nymphs, 20 satyrs died to some giants. Like, Grover's having a very bad night.
Grover's sad. I wonder if the bark on his armor is from like a fallen dryad.
Don't say that. That's horrible. No.
I was just like, why would you know what? But like, how do you justify taking the bark off of a tree if you're such a naturey dude? But like, if it's off a fallen warrior,
that was a thing when we read the Iliad, kind of. They were always stripping people's armor after they were dead.
Looting people. That's what you do. You loot
that's
the
what you do,
dead.
I guess. Except for when the armor is actually part of their skin. I don't know if that feels as good.
This is just the episode of me making you cry and making you uncomfortable. It's my goal right now. So we lost a bunch of satyrs.
Talia tells us that there is another Titan showing up.
So far, she's not saying she's lost any hunters, though.
Yeah, good. I don't want to hear about the deaths of 12-year-old girls, even if they're immortal.
But there's a glowy Titan dude. Probably the dude from Percy's dream.
Yes.
We're not meeting him yet, but he exists.
Talia suggests that Kronos needs time to regenerate after each fight, and that's why the army hasn't been attacking, as well as the fact that they're more powerful at night.
Yeah, well, I mean, he is literally, like, making time slow down.
Yeah, he's kind of using up a lot of energy right now.
Something he didn't need to do to get, like, all the people out of the way, he's doing, and it's making this fight last a lot longer.
Yeah.
Than if he were at his full strength and could just, like, plow through these demigods. You know? just saying. He could do that. He could immediately do that.
Is this more Kronos apologism? Are you telling me that Kronos is a good dude?
I'm just saying, like, why are you even, like, saving these mortals? You're gonna murder them all later anyway.
Yeah, really, it doesn't make any sense. It's Rick.
It's the bit of Luke that's inside Kronos.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's making him keep the humans
the
out of the way.
Explanation. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, the gods would be here if they could, but Zeus is keeping them, you know, fighting Typhon, and he's still destroying shit. He's destroyed the Ohio River Valley. So we got 2 days. Not great.
Not ideal, as well as the spy, which is still a problem. Percy explains that to Thalia, and they're like, well, I don't know who could have told Kronos about our movements, but we don't want to be suspicious of anyone because we literally don't have enough people, so we're just gonna keep going as we do.
The hunters are all still alive because the monsters barely touched them. At all. They knew that's where everybody was strongest.
It is a shame that we have read these and know everything, because we can't afford to speculate.
Ooh, I wonder who the spy is. Maybe it's Jake Mason. Maybe it's Thalia. Maybe it's Thalia.
Thalia wasn't even here!
Maybe it's Thalia so that she could keep all of her hunters alive. Plot twist. The spy is Percy. He's been giving the information in his dreams.
Damn, fucking plot twist.
He's gonna be a vampire and he's giving the information. He's everything, okay?
Alright.
Okay?
Alright, sounds good. So, let's move on to the second half of the chapter, which is Thalia tells Percy to go take a fucking nap, and he does, and he has some dreams.
Go sleep! And hey, you know who he's dreaming of? He's dreaming of my boy, my son.
I feel like Percy should, like, tell his friends that he has prophetic dreams about them sometimes. Like, what if he were doing something really embarrassing?
I mean, Nico knows. Nico's literally talked to Percy in these dreams before.
Rachel doesn't, though, and I'm like, it would be useful if she did.
Maybe you should tell the girl who you've been kind of flirting with that you sometimes dream about, like, her and things that she's doing. So she can be like, I don't know, not doing embarrassing shit in your dreams. Like painting pictures of you.
Can you imagine trying to tell a girl who you have a crush on that you have dreams about her? No, like, no fucking way. Anyways.
Well, Nico is here. Well, he's in the underworlds, and he's trying to summon a ghost, which I think is funny. Like, you're literally in the underworld. Couldn't you go find her?
Presumably. I don't know how this works.
I don't know. But he pours some wine in, tries to talk to his mom, Maria D'Angelo, and instead we get Bianca.
The only time that Nico has ever and will ever be disappointed to talk to Bianca.
He's gotten over the Bianca thing. He wants to talk to his mom. Okay, he has other trauma
issues. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we get the whole like holding grudges is a fatal flaw again, but like. Nico needs to know shit. He needs to know about this curse that stretches back to the Great Prophecy.
Dun dun dun.
Woo.
So he calls for Maria again and tries to force it, and he gets horrible images instead. We
get this scene, which is very, very important.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. This is it. So
this is the first time we see Hades in modern clothing. As opposed to, like, the show that we just watched, where we got him in his little outfit.
Yeah! Yeah!
It's a very humanizing moment for dear old Hades.
Yeah, we get Hades and Maria, and they're in love, man.
They sure are.
Aren't they so cute? I wish that he could be Polly and things would be like okay.
That all of the gods should literally just accept that immortality does not lend itself well to monogamy and just like be chill about it, but they never will.
Like either be monogamous and like do that the right way, or like be Polly and stop getting jealous constantly. Can you guys? Or break up. How about that? Break up. Get divorced.
Just do it. God. Anyways.
Because, like, you know me. I love my Hades and Persephone ship. But, like, Maria and Hades, we see them for, like, 2 seconds, and they're in love.
She seems so sweet, and, like, he's so in love with her, and yeah. I
he would
do wish
make
that she had come live in the underworld with him, or what the fuck ever, you know?
Yeah! Literally, this is the Sally Poseidon, like, mood, too, right? Mm-hmm. Poseidon would make a whole, like, kingdom under the sea for her, and Hades would do the same for Maria in the underworld.
But you gotta let people live their own lives, even when that leads to their horrible deaths.
Yeah, it sure does. So we're back to the World War II things.
Quite bad.
I don't like it.
And also the Great Prophecy has just happened, and Zeus is demanding that Hades present his children and, like, send them to camp. And Hades is like, they are going to fucking die. We have to take the children somewhere safe. And she's like, I'm not raising my children in the underworld. Sorry. That's just not a healthy environment for young minds.
Yeah. But, like... imagine what would have happened if, like, Zeus could have, like, found some secret way to kill them, or, like, they'd be turned against their father, apparently, because, like, they're children of Hades. They're not gonna be, like, respected or whatever. I feel like they'd more likely be turned against Zeus, personally. Yeah, you know? But then Hades has another option, that there's this place in the desert where time stands still. I wonder where that is. You have any ideas, Raye?
Perhaps.
Any at all? Yeah, it could be a certain casino that we know of.
Perhaps.
Yeah, so, he doesn't want to lose her, and she's like, okay, I'm gonna go get my purse. I'll be right back.
Also, she calls Zeus an imbecile, which...
As she should!
Fuck yes, Maria. Anyways.
It's why she dies, but also, I'm glad. I'm glad she said it. Zeus is an idiot, okay? And then she dies. Hades has like a whole...
Okay, they explode the fucking hotel they're in, and the kids only survive because Hades is able to protect them. Like, with the fuck?
He makes like a Steven Universe bubble of like black energy around them. And then Maria is like dead on the floor, and these children are traumatized. How fucking old were they again? Do we know how old they were?
They're babies. They are so little.
Does it say? Little, just says little children. No fucking clue.
It's fine, though. We're going to erase all that trauma from their brains with the sticks.
Yay!
And surely that will never come back to bite us when the kid, sees a horrible vision.
Yep, it's fine. Literally, Hades is like, I'll bring her back.
Not the sticks, the leaf. Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
Can't say the wrong words. What if people make fun of me on the internet?
I knew what you meant, and I'm the
Thank
person
you.
who would make fun of you.
Good.
The fact that Hades is like, I'll bring her back. I'll do it. Because he's the fucking god of the underworld. He could. He literally could.
But he can't. Because if he doesn't respect the sanctity of life and death, then who the fuck's gonna?
Yeah. Electo here being like the bro that Hades needs. They're buddies. Can you not tell?
Enter some girl.
First, Electo takes like the children away,
yes.
and Maria's body to be given the ancient rites.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
very important.
Low. But yeah, some girl.
It's the Oracle. It's the Oracle.
She's got a multicolored dress on. Okay. I'm still confused on this timeline. It seems like we're saying that she already looks like a hippie, even though it's the 1940s.
It's fine. She can have certain tastes.
It's just interesting.
Yeah,
she's a 12-year-old in the 40s. So when did she die?
70s, probably.
Did she die in the 70s?
She would have been like 40 something.
I guess. And then she just becomes a mummy.
Yeah,
all right,
because she's not
she
allowed.
died young.
Yeah. All demigods do. Even though she's not a demigod.
I was gonna say, she's immortal.
Is she? I don't think
she's
that
mortal.
they particularly specify. Does the Oracle have to be immortal?
Yes.
Okay.
The Oracle has to be mortal.
Well, being involved in this particular life does not seem like it has a very good life expectancy.
Nope. No, it doesn't. So, Hades is fucking angry as shit that she is just here. But she
Well, he blames her for his wife's death. Not fair, but I get it. He's grieving. It just happened. Like, he should not be cursing people when he's in an emotionally compromised state, is all that I'm saying. But
I feel like this is kind of her own fault for being here right when it happened.
Well, she was trying to be helpful, I think. She's like, I told you to get the kids out of here, and he's like, my wife wouldn't let me. She's
being an annoying 12-year-old, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, can you blame her? She's 12.
Yeah, like... You open up your big mouth in front of a god who's, like, very emotional right now.
Which she's confident enough to do because apparently the power of Delphi protects her, but apparently it doesn't protect her from being fucking cursed, so...
Yeah, okay. So, so many things here. He thinks that it's because of the prophecy, which it is. It is. She gave the prophecy... It was about the children of Big Three.
It's not her fucking fault. She don't make up the prophecies.
She doesn't make it. That's not her fault. And Zeus killed Maria. That's also not her fault.
Because he's a huge bitch. And I hate him. And
she warned him to hide.
She's trying to be helpful.
Yeah.
But so the curse is, Hades says, I swear, as long as my children remain outcasts, as long as I labor under the curse of your great prophecy, the Oracle of Delphi will never have another mortal host, and you will never rest in peace. So now she's just cursed to live in the attic as a spooky mummy, and her soul can never rest.
Yeah.
Kind of fucking sucks, man.
Real fucking sucks.
But if we get this great prophecy shit solved, sounds like there could be a solution.
Yeah, as long as his children remain outcasts. Huh. Well, I think I'm always gonna be an outcast, so...
No.
Guess she's cursed forever.
Baby, no! You can stay at camp with me!
Yeah, I'll just chill in Ray's cabin.
Hell yeah.
We'll share a bunk.
Hell yeah!
I hear there's a vacancy.
No!
Yeah, so, yeah, the Oracle will die with her. Kind of fucked up. Just a little bit fucked up.
Yeah.
And Nico is upset by this, obviously, as
you would be.
That's it. And now his dad is here. What do you think you're doing?
And then we move on to see my fucking girl, Rachel Elizabeth Dare. Percy says the full name just like you're supposed to.
Red. Love in her was red, didn't you know?
Shut up.
Wait, she was wearing a swimsuit with a t-shirt wrapped around her waist? How do you wrap a t-shirt around your waist?
I don't know. Because normally you tie your sleeves, and you couldn't if the sleeves were short sleeves, so...
Yeah, if it's a t-shirt, that means it's...
Wrapped around... I don't know. I don't know.
Rick, explain the logistics of his outfit. Don't bother explaining if it doesn't make sense, please.
Okay, so Rachel is hanging out on the beach, and she is writing something in ancient Greek in the sand, and Percy doesn't have a chance to read it, except he sees his own name.
Isn't this is such a manic pixie dream girl thing?
Leave her alone!
Listen, everything about her feels so tropey. I don't know why, but it does. She's just got like that vibe, you know? We can still love her. We can still love everything about her, but it just feels very tropey, everything that she does.
I'm sorry that Rachel's a Tumblr girly. And I'm sorry that she's too cool for you, and that she can suddenly write in ancient Greek for no reason. Leave her alone. She's my very special girl.
She's your blurbo? Oh my god. Okay, well, Percy recognizes his name. She wrote his name.
And some other stuff, which it would have been really useful if he had read, but he didn't.
Or if she had said what it meant.
Yeah, if she had just said it out loud. If she literally had just read it out loud right then, we would have had no problems.
Does she know what she wrote? Does she not know?
She seems to know. She seems to have some fucking idea.
That's why I'm confused. She's like figured something out. She's got like a brain blast right now.
Yes.
And she has to go see her dad. We have to go back. Percy's in danger. Did you call him?
He's like, what do you mean? She's like, New York is in danger. And he's like, bro, I would see that on the news. And she's like, have you gotten any calls from New York? And he's like, no, I guess that is weird. Rich people.
Billiam's just not gotten any calls.
I do get the impression that this man is a shit dad.
What gave you that impression?
This whole scene.
What?
Yes. So
also the fact that she literally says, "Daddy, Percy needs me." Like,
she calls him daddy. That's her name for him. It's not weird. Leave her alone. Okay?
No, but before that she was calling him dad, and now when she's like, "I need something from you, I'm going to call you daddy." Be like, no, it's not even like a weird thing. It's like I'm a child. I'm trying to be like, Daddy, can you please give this thing to me, please? Come on. Like, it's supposed to be the endearing child thing, you know? It's not supposed to be weird.
I'm not saying it's weird. I felt like you were making it weird. I don't know what's going on here.
No, I was trying to go with like a small endearing child voice. Daddy, Percy needs
but I don't. Me. I know. I hate the small endearing child voice though. Is my problem. I'm like,
it's just like Ariel and the Little Mermaid.
See, because
Daddy, I love him.
Okay, because to me, you're implying that she's like doing it on purpose, which feels like manipulative and also like fake voice. I don't like that. I do like a very earnest like appealing to our connection, like, Daddy, Percy needs me. Like,
I think she has every right to manipulate this man.
I mean, she does.
I hate this man, so I want her to manipulate him, personally.
I just don't like the baby voice with the daddy. Like, that makes it so much worse. I hate it.
But Daddy, I love him.
Ariel's allowed to say daddy. Everyone is allowed to say daddy. Just because people made it fucking weird. Anyways. She says that she'll make a deal with him if he takes her back to New York right the fuck now, then she will go to Clarion Ladies Academy.
Yeah, the worst place in the world. And like the expression that he like
Yes.
gives her, like he wasn't seeing
I
his
was just
daughter.
gonna read this part.
Yeah.
He smiled, but his expression was chilly. He studied her like he wasn't seeing his daughter, just the young lady he wanted her to be, once Clarion Academy got through with her. I hate rich people!
Eat the rich! Eat them!
But, like, Percy, like, gets what a sacrifice this is for her. Like, what a sacrifice this is for her freedom. Like, it almost feels, like, petty to even worry about this when he's in the middle of, like, a war. But, like, he cares about Rachel and her freedom as a person.
Yeah.
Anyways, because he's, like, tossing and turning like he's having a horrible nightmare just, like, imagining her doing that.
Listen, you know she's gonna do some, like, fun, weird art things. Like, she'll put some graffiti on those walls. She'll try to get kicked out. She'll do some fun things there.
I hope Rachel gets expelled from Clarion Ladies Academy. She deserves it.
It's what she wants.
But Thalia comes and wakes Percy up and tells him that a Titan has come under the flag of truce to talk about Kronos.
Hey, we got 2 flag of truce references in this chapter.
Yeah, it's all coming together.
Interesting. We're also going to be going into something that I both love and hate. Mythologically love, Rick-wise, not so much.
I'm
As
sorry
happens
that Rick has
sometimes.
massacred your boy.
Sometimes Rick does things that makes me like characters more than I like them in mythology. And then sometimes he does this.
Sometimes he massacres your boy. So that's the end. My plug is once again for the film Cabin in the Woods. I don't watch a lot of horror movies, but when I do, I like them to be very funny. And that one is. And also, it makes you think. Makes me think.
I'm glad. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, I told you all the premise earlier, so yeah, just watch it. It's good.
I'm running low on plugs.
Oh, fucking Captain America or what the fuck ever is there. Is that the guy who's in there? I'm trying to...
I thought it was Chris Hemsworth. I'm not gonna lie.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
That's like the only thing I know about the movie is like I thought
think
Chris
that was
Hemsworth
like his
was in
fucking
it.
debut. Like Chris Hemsworth. Yes, that's totally him.
Let's see. Do I have any?
Sorry for getting my Chris's mixed up. There's too many of them.
There's too many Chris's. Too many Chris's. Too many Chris's.
I'm thinking about that part in Mutant Mayhem where Splinter is like, "I've got these human Chris's for you," with the cardboard cutouts. Anyways,
shit. I don't know what I've plugged on here anymore. My brain no work. Brain no work, Raye.
No, me too, man. Me too. What are you into right now? Plug something again. Just tell me about some stuff. What makes you excited? What makes you so happy?
I'm rewatching Doctor Who.
Aw. What season are you on? Like which Doctor?
I'm on 12 and Bill, which is why when we mentioned Bill in this chapter, I was like, no, I can't call him Bill. I have to call him Billiam. No, we can't besmirch the name of, is that the word? Whatever. Of my girl, my lesbian, Bill Potts.
Hey, if we called Will Solis Bill, I would shoot somebody.
No. Will Solis is different.
He could never be a Bill. That'd be disgusting. Anyways.
No. He's a Will, and he's only a Will, and he's sitting there on Capitol Hill.
Anyways, I never watched anything with Bill. How's that going?
She's great. She's just good. We have positive vibes. You know? A protagonist who's just like, or a companion of the Doctor who's just like, wow, that's cool. That's neat. Huh. And like doesn't know shit and is just like, all right, I'm here for the ride.
Nice.
And then her worldview gets a little bit like, oh, there's a lot of death here. There's a lot of sad things.
Yeah, well, that is normally, like, you start out with your childlike whimsy, and then you inflict everlasting trauma.
And the reason that he liked her, like, and kind of chose to take her under his wing, because he was working at a university, he was a professor, and she sat in on his talks. He's like, when you don't understand something, you smile.
Aw.
That's weird.
Aw.
But I like it.
Good for them.
And I'm like, you just bring good vibes, Bill Potts. Very good vibes.
All right, release us from this mortal coil.
Do I have to? I think I'm gonna curse you for, like, your whole mortal life.
So you're doing the opposite of releasing me from this mortal coil. You are trapping me in this mortal coil for all eternity?
Yes! Get out of my fucking cabin, but actually stay here, because you're gonna be cursed forever in this body. You will be the last, literally, the Archangel Raphael.
Well, I'll miss you, sweet release of death.
Bye.
Bye! You can follow this podcast socials at Of the Eldest Gods Pod on Instagram and Tumblr, and at Of the Eldest Gods on Twitter. You can send us an iris message through oftheeldestgodspod@gmail.com. If you'd like to support us financially, join us at patreon.com/oftheeldestgods. By becoming a patron, you can join the Deus Ex Media Discord server, where you'll be able to chat with us and other listeners about episodes and anything Percy Jackson related. Our $5 patron tier also gets you access to Against All Odds, our monthly bonus show. There, we'll talk about a wide variety of topics, which usually have something to do with mythology. No promises. You can check out our merch store on Redbubble to find custom designs made by Charlie. Or if you cannot or do not want to support us financially, we'd really appreciate a rating, a review, or letting your friends and followers know how much you love the podcast. That really helps. You can find me, Raye, at HeyHeyRaye, spelled R-A-Y-E, on Twitter. If you want to hear more from me, check out Barbie Movie Slap, a podcast where my co-host Ted and I discuss Barbie's cinematic universe. That podcast Twitter is at Barbie Slaps.
And you can follow me, Charlie, at GreenPixie12 on most platforms, but on Twitter I'm at GreenPixie123, which I'm totally not salty about. I also have an art Instagram at GreenPixieDraws. I sometimes do the YouTube thing on my channel, Charlie Mac. That's M-A-C-K. Our music was written by Isabel Strauss-Riggs and recorded and edited by Ian M. Riggs. You can find Izzy at Kane_I, that's I as in the body part, on Instagram and Twitter. She also currently makes video essays on the YouTube channel Kane I. Feel free to message her about making music for your project or editing your podcast.
On my first podcast, That's What I'm Tolkien About, I experienced the world of J.R.R. Tolkien for the first time. Now, I'm turning my attention to a galaxy far, far away. My name is Mary Clay, and I am embarking on my first ever journey through the world of Star Wars. Join me each Tuesday as I drive deeper into hyperspace and discover what this vast universe has to offer. My guests will become like Obi-Wan Kenobi as they guide me through this adventure. The sequel trilogy is good information to have, because I didn't know what to refer to those movies as.
There's a sequel trilogy, and then there are 2 spin-off movies that have come out in the last, 10 years.
Okay, so very similar to Shrek. Shrek had the original trilogy, and then it had some spin-offs with Puss in Boots.
Yeah, exactly
like that.
Listen to Skywalk Before You Run every Tuesday wherever podcasts are found.
Of the Eldest Gods is based on the series by Rick Riordan. Right now, we are discussing Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Remember to follow us on your favorite podcatcher and meet us back here every Thursday. A foot update, because I noticed us talking about it when I was editing the last episode. I am no longer in a cast or a boot or anything, but it's still so broken. I looked at the x-ray and I was like, ma'am, are you sure? And the doctor was like, yeah, that's fine. Just get a compression sock. And I was like, okay, to hold the bones together.
You say so.
Yeah. It doesn't hurt though, it's fine. Most of the time.
Raye's just out here breaking, like, their entire body.
It's fine.
The curse of the podcast is just finally
It's true,
cut up.
it's true.
Like, truly.
But it's better now. That's the point.
Dave X Media.